All right, here we go. Review time, recap time. The test is in the book, right? It's done. So what now? Well, you either got them all right, you got 100%, you're excited, you're happy, you're proud. You didn't get 100%. You made some mistakes, but you want to do better. You made some mistakes. Maybe you made all the mistakes, and you don't care. So one of those three places is where you are at right now. Okay, I'm going to put this in terms that y'all understand. Big brain to just a little tiny brain. That doesn't really mean you have a tiny brain. This is just the scale of where you're going to be with understanding this material, division. Okay, you got them all right. That means you did all the work that you need to. You're here. You're like, yeah, division, whatever. I know that for the rest of my life. I get it. Or I'm frustrated, man. I made some mistakes. I don't understand the decimal part, or I don't understand this part. Or yeah, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not good at math. I'm never going to be good at math. So where do we go from here? Well, if you're here, you're already here, right? If you're over here, you're already here. What if you're in the yellow? Well, in the yellow, you made some mistakes. You want to do better. Two things. You can focus on the problems you got wrong. Man, I got made some mistakes. I'm focusing on them. I'm going to figure this out. Then you're here. You're going to get this stuff. Good for you. This is a great decision. Or, yeah, I want to do better, but things happen. I ignore my mistakes. I want to do better, but I'll just try harder on the next test. Well, that is going to unfortunately result in you still not understanding this stuff. Okay. So if you are here, it's very important that you take the steps to get here. How do I do that? Watch me go over the problem first, figure out which ones you got wrong, and now really pause and focus on the problems you got wrong. Okay. I am just going to work through these problems, and I'm going to do them kind of fast because everyone tells me that I go too slow and I talk too much. If you have any questions, please reach out and ask me the questions. But most importantly, focus on the problems you got wrong and figure out why you got them wrong. That will get you right here. All right. I'm going to take over the screen like this, like this, like this. Here we go. Five goes into 15 three times. What's left over? Nothing. 5 goes into 8 one time. What's left over? 3. 5 goes into 35 7 times. Answer's 317. Let's go over here. 3 goes into 8 2 times. What's left over? 2. Bring down the 3. 3 goes into 23 7 times. What's left over? 2. Bring down the next number. 3 goes into 28 9 times. What's left over? 1. Bring down the next number. And 3 goes into 12 4 times. What's left over? Nothing. Answer's 2,794. We're making groups of 2. How many 2's go into 7? 3. What's left over? 1. Bring down the 8. How many 2's go into 18? 9. What's left over? Nothing. Bring down the next number. How many 2's go into 8? 4. What's left over? Nothing. Bring down the next number. And how many 2's go into 2? 1. There's your answer. This one's a little bit more difficult. How many 15's go into 58? Well, 4 would be 60, so it's 3. Now I got to figure out what 15 times 3 is. 45. So what's left over? 13. Bring down the next number. This is where you guess. 10 would be 150. 9 would be 135. So I'm guessing 9. 15 times 9. Perfect. Oops. Perfect. So I took out 9 groups. 135. Only one's left over. Goes in once. There's your answer. This one's written like this. The first number goes in the house. Second number goes on the outside of the house. How many 12s go into 16? 1. What's left over? 4. How many 12s go in? Well, 12, 24, 48 would be 4 of them. So it's 3. 3 is 36. 11 is left over. Bring down the next number. Ooh, 12 times 10 is 120. So it's got to be 9. 12 times 9, 18, 108. How many 12s go into 24? 2. Let me try that. There. That helps. How many 12s go into 24? 2. Nothing's left over. Everyone's happy. Okay, so volleyballs times 3 equals footballs. So we need to find this by dividing. How many 3's going to 3? 1. Nothing's left over. This is where people get frustrated. How many 3's going to 2? Nothing. How many 3's go into 25? 8. And how many 3's go into 12? 4. Decimals, a lot more people got the decimals incorrect, right? Am I allowed to have a decimal out here? No, I cannot have a decimal out here. So I have to move it over. I'm going to move it over twice. When I move it over twice, it turns into 5. But if I move that one over twice, I have to do the same thing to the inside. So this is moving it over once. This is moving it over twice. So it turns into 3, 4, 5, 0. How many 5's go into 36? 7 would be 35. So that means there's 4 left over. It didn't go in clean. How many 5's go into 45? 9. What's left over? Nothing. And now how many 5's go into nothing? 690. Let's go over here. Am I allowed to have this decimal? No. Move it over once. If you move that over once, you have to move that over once. So we have 1, 1, 4, 2, 4. How many 12's go into 11? None. You got to go here. 10 is 120. So once again, we're going to go 9. Now we got to figure out what 12 times 9 is. We just said it was 108, right? So 14 minus 8 is 6. How many 12's go into 62? 5. That's 60. How many 12's go into 24? 2. So your answer is 952. Let's go over here. Get rid of this because you cannot have a decimal on the outside. Now, if I did it there, I have to do it here. 490 has that invisible decimal after it. Move it over once. It turns into 7 and 4900. 7 goes into 49 7 times. There's nothing left over. Answer 700. Because it's right here in the hundreds place. It can't go into this. It can't go into this. Every time the 7 cannot take anything away from 0, you put your 0, that answers 700. Let's go down here. Am I allowed to have a decimal here? Yes. The decimal just goes up here. There's no decimal in the number that you count by, the divisor, so we're good. How many 5s go into 2? None. So now I'm going into 25. How many 5s go into 25? 5. That's your answer. You have to put the first number you say inside the house, the second number you say on the outside. Can 3? Nothing. Can I take it out of 1? No, I can't. Can I take it out of 18? Yes. So many people wanted to say that was 6/10, but you can't go out. You can't take anything from 0. You can't take anything from 1. You can take it out of 18, but you better make sure that your 6 goes above the 8. Okay, same thing's going to go on here as what we did on the other side. We're going to divide. A puppy weighs 1.32 pounds. A kitten weighs 24 hundredths of a pound. How many 24 hundredths is in 1.32? So 1.32, 0.24. Am I allowed to have the decimal on the outside? No. So I'm going to kick it over twice. Now it turns into 24. And then kick that over twice. It turns into 132. How many 24s go into 132? Ooh, well, if we're talking about 25s, 5 25s go into 125. 6 would be 150. So I'm guessing 5 or 6. Let's try 5. 24 times 5 is, 20, 12, 20. 5 times 4 is 20, 10, 11, 12. That's where I was getting my 12 from. So 5, and I have to make sure I put it right here because I'm taking it out of the 132. And then what's left over? 12. So remember, you can either stop right there and say the answer is 5 and 12 24ths, and know that this is equal to 5 1/2. It simplifies to 5 1/2, or you could turn it into a decimal instead. How many? Oh, we already have this answer. It's 5 again, right? So either way, it's 5.5 or 5 1/2 or 5 12 24ths. And there you go. So you could rewind it. You could email me and ask me to go over one of the problems again if you were confused about it. But use this to get here. Do not ignore the problems you got wrong because you got them wrong for a reason. And then you have the end of the trimester test coming up where I will take this test and I will throw it away. I'll throw that one away and give you the end of the trimester test. The goal here is that you prove to me that you now understand how to do it. All right? And watching this video was the first step in that direction. So good job. Good for you.